Rizik from Windham, New Hampshire, and I'm here seeking $100,000 in exchange for 10% of my company, Buckle Me Baby Coats. Before we get started, I wanted to ask you guys, how many of you have been personally victimized by a toddler? Yeah. Kids are exhausting, and getting them into the car seat safely is a battle that gets even worse in the wintertime. You see, most parents still don't know that both the NHTSA and the American Academy of Pediatrics recommend taking puffy coats off in the car seat. The puffiness of the coat compresses underneath the harness, and experts have found that the teeniest amount of extra forward movement creates critical brain, neck, and spine injuries, or worse, they can be thrown from the car seat. Like all parents, I totally wanted my daughter to be strapped in safely, but my reality was she was freaking out. I thought to myself, what are my options? I could take her out of her coat, but it is freezing outside. I could leave the coat on, but it's dangerous. I felt like I had to choose between safety, warmth, and convenience, but I wanted all three. I thought to myself, shouldn't there be an easier, safer way? So I invented one. Buckle Me Baby Coat's patented design opens along the shoulder seams and the side, allowing parents to put the coats on at home, put their child in the car seat the way they normally do, pulling the one hand through, then pulling through the other hand. And the difference in the coat is in the front panel. When you pull it out of the way, it allows the harness to sit directly on the chest and shoulders with absolutely no puffy fabric in the way. The back of the coat is thinner than the front as well. This allows the harness to be pulled to the same exact tightness as no coat at all. I'm sure you've had your share of battles with your kids. Unsafe coats in the car seat should never be one of them. So sharks, who will join me in making kids' winter coats exactly what they should be? Easy and convenient for parents and safe and warm for kids.
So I would like to see somebody else demonstrate this, because I feel like I might have still missed something even though I was watching it. So it enables you to put the straps over. I mean, as a father of two little kids, now 3 and 5, the puffy coat, the whole coat thing, a lot of times I'm just like, you know what? We're going like 10 feet into a house. We don't need to put a giant coat on to walk 10 feet into a house. It's or we get in the car in the garage and then leave, and then so it's like, do they really need a coat? Yeah, it's just another thing to, like, maybe when they're babies, I was more cognizant about it, but as they've gotten a little older, it's just like we're outside for 30 seconds here. It's not the end of the world if I just throw the coat like over them rather than putting it on them. So I don't know. So hopefully this isn't a prototype or something, because she doesn't have an actual kid there to demonstrate it, which I guess, well, especially with COVID, would be tough, because I know they had to quarantine for like 2 weeks, and doing that with a kid in a hotel would be quite difficult.
How many people know this is a problem?
So every year, the news will talk about it almost incessantly starting in September. They recommend that parents take coats off. A recent automobile study found that about 65% parents continue to leave coats on, whether it's because they don't know or because it's just too inconvenient. They really don't talk about that.
Until you walked into the Shark Tank, I've never heard of this problem.
I never have either.
What
was that aha moment that you realized that this was needed right now?
So
I mean, when I took the kids class at the hospital, that was like one of the big things they kept hammering home. Make sure you take the big puffy coat off. And they showed the video, the dramatic video of the kid in the fake kid doll in the car crash, and them actually being flung from the car seat because they're I guess because it's not tight enough around them, and they're able to, because of the force, get out, and then damage incurs. I think it's if they're all parents up there, they all should probably know this. Just like you should probably know that if you have something to say, you can write it down in the comments below, like cute on you. Say, great video, congratulations on laser eye surgery, or congratulations, laser eye surgery is awesome. It is awesome. I'm still dealing with some of the side effects in my left eye, so I appreciate all the comments that I've received in the past week or so. I know I didn't get a video out yesterday. I'm getting this video out today. I'm literally recording it this morning before it goes live at noon, so I'm actually going to the doctor in about an hour, literally less than an hour here to go get a checkup. But Yeah, my left eye is just kind of blurry off and on, and it makes it kind of difficult. So I appreciate the comments. Keep them coming, and let's get back and see if how these sharks never heard of this problem before.
I was one of those parents who just really wanted to do everything right by my daughter, and I was paranoid about her car seat. And car seats are hard to put in correctly, and it's easier now than it was when my daughter was little. She's now 21. She was about 5 when I thought of this.
So you've been working on this 16 years?
No, I had to put brakes on it.
Why did it take 16 years?
So when I first thought of the coats, I called around to every coat manufacturer that you could think of, and none of them thought that coats and car seats had anything to do with one another. They were simply just not interested in the idea. And Facebook wasn't a thing, so I had no way to reach parents directly.
Exactly, yeah.
And I was at the point where I was starting my master's, and I'm like, I can either do this or do that. And the master's seemed like more of a sure thing. And then as my kids grew older and my marriage ended, I started thinking, what are the things I'm passionate about that I've always wanted to do? And around that same time, I was walking through the parking lot, and I saw this mother walking, and she had her daughter in this blanket. The blanket was dragging through the slush, and she looked miserable and defeated the way I felt when I first thought of it. And I'm like, I can't believe that's still not a thing. I'm going to make a prototype. I threw it on Facebook. It exploded. And then I just scrambled to learn the rest. And it's been a really crazy journey, but here I am.
Welcome to entrepreneur life.
I know, it's been really fun.
So what does a coat typically cost a parent, and what does it cost you to make?
They cost me between $14 to $15 landed, and I sell them from $59.99 to $129.99.
And where are you selling them?
Wow.
How much have you sold?
I have
Nice.
sold about $700,000 worth of coats in the past 3 years.
Oh, ding, ding, ding.
Over
100,000.
the past 3 years, and 500,000 was just in this past year alone. I've done all of this from the ground up all by myself. I've had no investors. I've had no help. I've been trying to put as much money into inventory instead of into hiring people.
Where do you sell them?
I sell 75% I sell online through my website and Amazon, and then the other 25% I sell to a big box store.
What do you envision your sales are going to be this current year?
My sales this year are a little bit conservative. My growth has been about 250 to 350%, but around the time when I was about to place the order for this year was when COVID started to become more recognizable. And I thought to myself, if I order what I had planned to order, which was about 1.3 million in inventory, and people are stuck at home and nobody's traveling, I'm by myself, I don't have any backers, I don't have investors, and this will put me under.
So what did you do? You put the brakes on because
I didn't put the brakes on, I just purchased more conservatively.
And long term, what do you envision for your business?
If I find a coat company that is as passionate about car seat coats and keeping the safety aspect, it's not just a gimmick, I am open to selling the company and letting it move on and really reach more parents. That's what I'd like to do.
Do you have a patent?
I have a utility patent, but not only is it a utility patent, but it's a foundational patent, meaning that it is the first patent for a coat designed for the car seat, and I also have trademarks.
That's great.
That is awesome. Yes, Mark, claps. Big claps, big dings for her. That is awesome. And having the foresight to recognize that a jacket in a pandemic that's meant for getting in car seat, getting in and out of a car seat is not going to be as big of a thing as it was leading up to the pandemic is great. Big dings for that, and not allowing herself to go completely under and here with the pandemic. So that's absolutely awesome. And you know what's also awesome? People that take me up on getting my free PDF guide, Sales Rocket. That is over at superjoepardo.com/rocket. It's got 5 proven methods that I use when I work one-on-one with business owners to grow their sales. Again, that's superjoepardo.com/rocket. Drop your email address and it'll go right to your inbox. The link is down below. If you want to get at me, it's at Super Joe Pardo on all social media platforms, or down in the comments below, like Cute on You said over here. Anyway, I hope you all are doing well, and hopefully this pitch is going well, because she's still asking for $1 million valuation. I think she'll get it, but let's see what happens.
Investor, if I ask you, how do I get my 100,000 back? Do I have to wait till you sell the company?
Well, there are several ways that I could do it, right? So I'd really like to start looking into distribution overseas. If you're interested in helping with distribution overseas, we could do some sort of percentage on those sales.
Did I hear royalty?
Maybe.
Okay. So how much are you spending on advertising per month?
I spend about $8,000 to $10,000 on advertising, and it costs me, depending on the platform, between $15 to $18 per customer.
So it's costing you $30 worst case.
Yeah.
So your worst case is 50% margins, and your best case is 100% margins.
Yep.
So you're putting $500,000 in the bottom line.
Yes.
Yeah, you're investing in assets.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I think that. Well, first off, she knows her numbers, which ding ding is awesome, and so she knows what her customer acquisition cost is. So she knows that she has room to play. So even if it costs her, $20, but obviously you want to go low, she's still well within the realm of making a great profit. So that's one of the things. Is like, she knows there's a problem. She wants to fix the problem. She wants to reach more parents. And she's not afraid to charge for that convenience, right? Because it is, if you're getting a kid in and out like on a multiple time day basis here in cold weather climates, the $100, the $150 jacket is not unreasonable for the safety, security, and the warmth that said jacket provides. So while I'm still maybe a bigger fan of taking the jacket off, not for the safety reason, but for the kid is in a car and we're going to heat that car up to a certain degree, I could see it like maybe where it gets, in 0 degrees, not Celsius, but Fahrenheit, where it's, it's like, oh, wow, like, even being in a car, it's still going to take a long time to warm up, if able to warm up at all or enough. So I think that there's definitely something there, and I think by having a Shark or licensing it out, she could maybe get her costs even further down, especially on the advertising side, as well as the as well as the cost of goods side. There probably is a lot of room to work, but yeah. No, this is going great. So maybe Lori is gonna pull the trigger here and be like, hey, well, come work with me and we'll get it done, and don't talk to anybody else.
You remind me so much of myself and the road that I went. I knew nothing about how to create or market my product. I had no business background, but I just figured it out. I often have thought back and asked myself, if I had somebody buy out my company, or if I had somebody give me a loan, what would I have done? And I don't think I'd be where I am today, because I think the fact that I had to play every role and learn every facet of running and driving a business made me smarter and better and able to get to where I am today. But I don't think that you need a partner. I think you're doing great on your own, and for that reason, I'm out.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Oh, that's a shame. I think some Lori said there, which my grandfather always would drive home to me as a kid growing up in my family's business, is you need to know every facet of your business, like, so that somebody can't be screwing you out of like, oh, it takes me an hour to do this, and it's like, no, I've been there, I've done it, and it really only takes about 15 minutes, 25 minutes if like there's extra steps involved or some extra piece complication to the mix here. You really have to know every facet of your business. Now, with that said, that doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to not need help to help you gain strength and shortcut in certain areas. As a business coach, as a profit strategist, that's where I come in, right? But really, for the most part, you do need to know every facet of your business. I think that's kind of a cop-out there, Lori, a little bit, because I feel like this would be something great. You could blow it up on QVC. You could probably raise the price and get that financing involved, and grandmothers and grandparents all over the country would be buying these things up in a heartbeat.
Right, you don't need somebody to come in here.
Can I tell you why I do?
Sure.
Yes, we'd like to hear.
I'm here for
That's a good
strategic
idea.
partner, right? And you guys can open doors faster. To your point, there's still a lot of families that don't know, and among those that do know,
That's not retail.
But that's
you're
marketing.
talking about.
That's marketing.
That's marketing, and I'm
But you
working.
can hire. My point is, Dahlia, you can hire somebody for that. That's really good. Look, all of us can help promote, but honestly, this isn't the right area for me. So for those reasons, I'm out. But congratulations.
Thank you, Mark.
What you've accomplished is stellar.
Thank you very much.
Dahlia, I'm going to make you an offer of $100,000, but I want 20%. And I'm going to tell you why you need me. You're going to use me to build your business so that you reach your goal of selling your business, which you clearly stated here. And I know how to do that.
I think you should listen to all the offers.
Yeah, she probably should.
One offer on it. Buckle me.
But I want 20%.
I think you should listen to all the offers. Dahlia, I've got a fantastic offer for you. I love your business, but I'm not greedy. I don't need that much
much equity. So here's what I'm going to do. Your margins are fantastic. You can afford a royalty. So I'm going to ask for $2 a unit until I recruit $300,000. And I want 2.5% equity just because I think one day you will sell the company and I'd like to participate in the upside and be kind of a partner with you. But it's an alternate to Barbara. She's very greedy, 20%.
I'm not the least bit.
I find that disgusting, but never mind.
The best way to get a buy is to get a license in between. And I know the three people in the space that kind of handles all the kids' codes. I think that the best thing would be to do a fusion. I'll give you $100,000 for 20% of the traditional business, and it would be 30% of all licenses I bring in, so it doesn't disrupt your core business. Then all the other brands that are making the kids' codes for Peppa Pig, to license it out to them, so then you get to cover both bases. You get to push out a lot of stuff on somebody else's dollar, and then market your core business and make the money at the same time.
Dahlia, I share one thing in common with you, and it's not a bad place to start. I have a common goal with you. I invested in an apparel company, The Comfy, and I already in 3 years have built their business to $250 million in sales. I could do that for your business, and I'm your perfect partner. But I'll again restate my offer. I want to give you $100,000 for a straight 20%.
Well, I get...
Now, okay, so before we find out who's she's gonna wind up going with here, stay to the end because I will be going through her website and Amazon reviews and things like that. So make sure you check that out. In fact, don't forget to get subscribed. I forgot to mention that earlier, and I've been a little out of practice. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm so we can get this video in the hands of more super entrepreneurs like yourself. I mean, the Damon deal definitely sounds promising. Maybe if you could try to push him down a little bit on the licensing deal to like 25% or something to that effect. I think it's, being able to license the code out and get, all the characters and stuff on it will definitely go a long way. Giving up 30% for that, I don't know. I would, try to maybe push them down to like 20%, but because you're gonna sell a ton of them. You know what I mean? 30% is a huge chunk to be given up there.
Give up so much.
Would you be willing to do 15%?
No.
Would you? Keep the 30% as it is, but do 15%?
It's the same thing I'm saying, that Barbara's saying. The whole purpose of the licenses is to get it out there so somebody says, well, we have to acquire it.
Yes.
So you're coming down to 15%, Damon?
She's asking me. I don't know if I'm coming down to it yet.
You have to make a decision.
I have to make a decision.
You really want to give up 20% of your company?
Damon, I'll take your offer.
All right.
Wow.
All right. Woo. That's it. You're done, guys. The people that I'm talking about working with, I've been working with them for 25 years, right?
Yeah.
So this is where I started.
You're going to make millions of dollars on this, literally.
You're going to make millions of dollars less 20%. Sorry.
Less 15%.
Oh, you're 15?
No, I'm 20.
Oh, I thought you agreed.
I never said that I would
That is
budge
true.
on that.
Oh
You
no.
did not say that.
Dahlia, what is the deal?
20% on the 100,000, and it's 30% on the licensing.
Correct.
Okay.
Mazel tov!
All right.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Very nice.
Dahlia.
That's good you didn't let 5% get in the way there at the end of the day.
I am so excited. It went better than I thought it could possibly go, and I got the shark I was hoping for, and I am super excited to work with Damon to get so many coats into the hands of so many families.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So let's check out their website and check it out on Amazon. Well, I was just on Shark Tank. It was back on December 4th of last year. There is a I always love seeing faces, especially faces with kids. Let's see. So and the coat can slide over it. I still feel, again, with the whole coat thing, you're in a car, the car is going to heat up. So I'm not a fan of putting necessarily keeping the coat on all the way. Maybe just putting that stuff on. But if you're in an area where you feel like you need to put like a knit sweater and undershirt and then a big puffy coat on, I don't know. I'm in Jersey, so we get cold winters, but our cold winters are like 30 degrees here. So it's not 20 degrees on the coldest, most of the coldest days. Let's see. So $89.99 or 4 interest-free payments of $22.49. Let me blow this up a little bit here. You can. Oh, they got pre-orders. That's That definitely, I'm sure, helps. So 2021 pre-orders. Oh, I guess for the winter of 2020. Yeah, I was thinking like winter already happened or in 2020, but no, it's for this upcoming year. And they had 2019 coats available. I guess that's cheap as $39.99. So blowing out old styles, old models, and they have some T-shirts and shirts and stuff. That's cool. What's this? Touchless key opener. No touch door opener. Is this what is this? Is this for like for a frozen lock or something? Okay. This is for like opening up like doors at like businesses and things. Okay. That's cool. It's a neat thing to have. So let's check out their reviews. Apparently, they've been featured in a bunch of different places. Stuffed in, overheated, unsafely buckled, comfy, just right, safely buckled. Yep, yeah, they definitely. Depending on where you're at, you definitely the coat being open is definitely better for them because they will get uncomfortable and. Let's see, not available. But we got 135 reviews, 5 stars. We always like to go and check out the 1 stars. Not worth it for children who fight the car seat. This product is well intended, but too difficult for a 1.5-year-old. There's really no difference from a regular coat that you need to unzip in order to buckle safely. This product has a zipper on the side, which actually makes it more difficult to manage with a wiggly kid. I would not recommend for any parent who has a child that fights getting in the car seat. Our daughter used to fight hard about getting in the car seat. She was very difficult. Huge and impossible to use. The material is cheap and the collar is scratchy. So one of the things that I always like to see is the businesses that get, well, really any reviews, but specifically the reviews that are negative, is replying to those reviews and trying to, see how they can make it better. And if nothing else, like it's not even to make it better for that person who wrote the review, but just make it, like to show that you care on the side of, people that are reading these after the fact. I like the idea of the side zipper and the Velcro fasteners to put together. Once it was on, once on was too difficult for my 5-year-old. Oh wow. I ordered a 12-month size and my 14-month-old still doesn't fit it. The arms are too long. The chests are too bulky. Velcro. Well, I mean, fitting clothes is always tough. But you know what's not tough? Making sure that you smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm so we can get this video in the hands of more super entrepreneurs like yourself. Make sure you get subscribed so you never miss another Biz Coach Reacts video. I hopefully will have another video for tomorrow. If not, there will be one on Friday at noon Eastern, as well, not always, but most of the time. I'm still recovering. It's still a little hard to read, so I appreciate you all hanging in here with me. Make sure if you have anything to say, drop it in the comments below. Negative, positive, I'm here. I'm reading them and responding to them, and I appreciate every single one of you that do so, watching and commenting. So, I hope you have an amazing day ahead. I will see you in the next video. Take care.